We're on Pirkei Avot, Perek Bet, Mishnah Yud Gimel, 13th Mishnah in the second chapter of Masechet Avot. We're now on Rabbi Shimon. Remember going through the students, let's dedicate our learning to memory, my father. By the way, if you have any comments or questions, you can always email me. I love getting email from watchers or readers. And I've mentioned this before, but all this is on my website, mishnah.co, which I think I share over here, right? Mishnah.co, Mishnah Yomi. If you go to the Mishnah Yomi website, you can see it. There's a Mishnah calendar. There's all kinds of cool tools. You see the Mishnah for, I guess this was yesterday, okay, when you're watching it. Also, you can go to the Mishnah calendar, and then you can always go to the Mishnah calendar, and you'll see what the Mishnayot are for tonight, which I haven't uploaded yet. Anywho, okay, we're learning about the students of Rabbi Yochanan of Yochanan ben Zakkai, and we're now in Rabbi Shimon, okay? We're now in Rabbi Shimon. Rabbi Shimon Omer, Shimon says, Havei zahir b'kriyat shema u'bat person should be very careful about kriyat shema and tefillah. Okay, the Bartanura says, Likra ba'onato. Likra, you read it at its proper time. And some of the Rishonim say, why you should do it on its proper time? Because Kriyat Shema, they felt you should do it, I'm sure I saw somewhere, but you should do it with at Vatikin. Like, right before sunrise, so it's very careful. And also Tefillah, why Tefillah? Chem Tefillah, Litpalel, Kol Tefillah, Utfillah, ba'onata. Okay, you should daven every tefillah b'onata in its proper time. Now, I want to point out, so Rashi, you look at the Rashi, so I want to show you, okay, we have a Mishnayot, Yachin and Boaz. Remember I talked about the Mishnayot, the old Mishnayot, Yachin and Boaz? I think I've showed you this before. These are Yachin and Boaz, Tiferet Yisrael, okay? So this is what it looks like when you look with the Bartanura and the Tosfot Yantav in the old printing, okay? This is how it looked, and I just downloaded it from the Hebrew Books website. You can download the entire Shas from the Hebrew Books website. The amount of material and Torah available are just absolutely astounding. Let me move myself to the other side. My computer's having a little bit of a funny time trying to figure this out, okay? Well, let's make it bigger. But in this version of Yachin and Boaz, I'm going to move myself over here. In this version, there's something that's really fascinating called Shinui Nuschaot, okay? So here's the Mishnah. Let's move it down. I think I lost, I'm actually on the wrong Mishnah. Hold on. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I scrolled to the right place. Here's our Mishnah. Avot Perek Bet, Rabbi Shimon Omer, Rabbi Zayir b'Kriyat Shema. And now look at the words ubetfilah. It's in parentheses. Why is it in parentheses? So there's this amazing thing that if you call it Shinui Nuschaot, okay, different girsaot, different versions that appear. Okay, so it says the following: Kriyat Shema, b'Kriyat Shema, ubemachzor vitri v'tfilah. U'bepirusham utfilah, okay, bepirusham it says utfilah ein anu gorsim b'mishnah. The word tfilah does not appear. They take it out. Okay? And Rashi also says ubetfilah ubetfilin lo garsinim. And they had versions that said Habizahir b'kriyat shema ubatfilah ubatfilin. Rabbeinu Chavachai has the same thing. Rashi says we don't say tfilah. It's not what he wanted to say. Rather, Habizahir b'kriyat shema. Be very careful to say kriyat shema on time. So, by the way, this is one of those really, this thing, the Shinui Nuschaot, once you become aware of it, it's really unbelievable and fascinating. If you actually want to know what the Rashi Tevot are of each one, you happen to know, but it's at the very beginning of each volume. If you go to the very beginning of the volume, let's see if it's, the very beginning. So it'll tell you after the Hakdamot, one of the versions, I'm going to pause and find it for you. Here it's actually in the back, and then their version, but there's a whole list of Rashi Tevot, so you can figure out what each one means. Anyhow, so therefore, this word tefillah in the other version is cut out. It's kept out. Okay, and when you daven al tasa tefillah keva, you should make your tefillah keva. What does keva mean? Set. Kadam sheyesh alav chova. It's an obligation. Davar kavu. It's a thing. V'omar, he says, Ei matai efrot me'alai chavda. When am I going to finish this burden? Inami keva. Kadam shekavu lo dikro perak echad pasha. Yes, it's said to me to read a certain paragraph, a certain parasha. Shomerta b'kriya be'alma. Okay, he says it like he's reading it. The person when he davens, he's not reading the words. He shouldn't read the words. It's not lashon tachanunim. If you look at in the Avot Rabbi Natan, okay, don't make it just speech, but it should be supplication. And this reminds me of a very famous Mishnah in Brachot. If you make your davening keva set, and it's not tachanunim. So the person should always make sure his tefillah, this is very something dear to my heart, it should be tefillah tok ela, rachamim v'tachanunim l'fnei hamakom. It should be rachamim, compassion and supplication before God. Baruch Hu. It says, Ki chanun v'rachum hu, because God is chanun v'rachum, compassionate and forgiving. Erech hapayim v'rav chesed b'nicham al hara. He's erech hapayim, he's compassionate and great in his kindness, and he regrets the ra'ah. He will regret wanting to do any ra'ah. If a person prays in the proper way and really reaches out to God. Finally, v'alti rasha b'fnei atzmecha. Do not be a rasha, a wicked person, b'fnei atzmecha, by yourself or to yourself. What does this mean? 3 explanations. 1, al ta'aseh davar shayom u'lemachar tashia atzmecha bo. Don't do something that will make you into a rasha. Meaning, don't be a rasha b'fnei atzmecha. Don't do something that you will not will make you make yourself a rasha. V'Rambam perish al ti rasha be'einecha. The Rambam says not don't do something to make you rasha, but don't see yourself as a rasha. K'lomar lo tachzik atzmecha kirasha. Don't think of yourself as a wicked person. Because then you're going to behave badly. The way a person sees himself, that influences how he behaves. Third explanation. Don't make yourself, Lilith's language, don't be a wicked person because you're going to be by yourself. Meaning, don't separate yourself from the tzibur and stand by yourself, and that makes you into a rasha. Rather, stick with the community and be a tzaddik. Stop here. We dedicate our learning. We'll do it again to memory of my father, Rabbi Shimon. Have a great day.